कर सकते कि स्पेशली तेरे पास मिलने आ सकते हैं मैं ये कर सकती हूँ मम्मी या पापा में तेरे पास
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. So, welcome to live streams of Global Trade Live. Today is 19th of April, and we are now live in New York session over here. So, let's get started. So, let's have a look at the JPY over here. So, let me just check the weekly. So, the weekly candle has rejected the resistance over here, which is on the left. This resistance over here, and as we can see, the market went all the way up, but it's rejecting the higher prices. So, and 2 days left for the weekly candle to close, so we can expect a close at the resistance, and maybe the next week will be something pretty nice. So let's have a look at the daily. So if we have a look at the daily time frame, then we can say that the market is moving all the way up, and it can move up in this area very very soon. So the market is in a pretty bullish scenario over here. So there was a resistance, then there was a support, broke above and closed above that support area, and after that this candle closed weak bullish, and now today's candle is going strong bullish over here. So let's have a look at the 4-hour time frame. So if we talk about the 4-hour time frame, then market, let me just zoom in a little bit. So the market was moving up, it created a support down over here, then it created a resistance up over here, and if you talk about the 1-hour time frame, then there is a support down over here, and a resistance has been formed up over here. Then the market went down, and the resistance was formed up over here, and now the current 1-hour candle has moved up a little bit. 38 minutes left for the current 1-hour candle to close. So let's have a look at the 30-minute time frame. So we have a clean range or not. So the thing is, the move has already been done, and it gave us a chance like 2 times over here, number 1, number 2. So these 2 were the chances where the market gave us a move, and the market went down from those points. So now if I talk about what the current market structure is and how we can get into a trade on the current market structure, I really think that we might be having an opportunity over here as well, where the market will be coming down in this area. But the problem is the low range. So this will be a 22 pips of range. If this candle closes bullish and the next candle breaks the low of the current 30-minute candle, then we can take a sell trade at that point. But on the other hand, if we talk about the range will be not that good because opportunity coming at this point, it was the start of the move. So there was plenty of range, like 78 pips, and after that, when the second move happened over here, is there was a range of about 47 pips. Now the range has been decreased to like just 18 to 20 pips maximum. So the problem is the range over here, because to take a trade we really need a strong range, a big range basically, which can give us some nice probability trade. So let's see how the market will be going, because right now I am really thinking that the daily candle might just fill its own wick. So by talking about filling its own wick, that means if we look at the lower time frames, we are talking that the market will be going up again. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that in mind as well because we know that the market trend is bullish. It's just that right now the market is coming down over here in the, maybe for retracement, something like that. So yeah, so there is a support over here, there's a resistance over here. So if I talk about buy, then obviously right now the market is creating resistances, which is a sign of sells, not buys. So we need a support to be formed in order to take a buy trade. So to take a buy trade, I'm gonna buy above this level over here, or maybe I will wait for a support to be formed. After that I will look for a range, and then we might think of taking a trade, but not before that, because it's really important to execute high probability trades. So yeah, and if I talk about the gold over here, then gold is okay, let me just do something else over here as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just drop to a 15-minute time frame, and let me just make some trend lines over here so that we can clearly see what market is actually trying to do. So if I draw a trend line, then I'm gonna join these areas together. Yeah, so by joining these areas together, we can clearly see that the market broke and closed above the trend line, and then it came back inside, tried to came back inside, rejected, went up again, and finally it came down. So now we have to draw a lower trend line as well to see where the market can possibly tap. Okay, so let's just look at the most probable points over here. So yeah, if we talk about the sell scenarios, we know that. Now I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So now if we talk about sell scenarios, then we know that if the market come below this area, then there's a very high chance that the market will be tapping to the lower trend line over here, which is like 30 pips away. So this gives us a nice probability idea to take a sell trade in GBP JPY, which wasn't there because we were thinking that the market will be filling the daily wick. That can be the case as well. So I'm not gonna rely on the sell idea over here by just making the trend lines. So I'm gonna look for buy idea as well. So there is another information which I just saw. So if we draw this line, okay, let's try another point. Yeah, because it's really important to draw trend lines as well, because trend lines really show you where to avoid the trade and where you can really enter. And I'm gonna show you why that's important. Okay, so right now this is the only thing I'm getting from the trend lines. Maybe this point over here I will draw. Yeah, this is a nice point. So basically by drawing the trend lines, we can possibly look into the future of the market in a way that is not really 100%, but yeah, that's a high probability thing. So this is the trend line in GBP. I'm gonna go to now 30-minute time frame. Okay, where are the trend lines? Let me just activate those trend lines in the 30-minute as well. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the trend lines in 15 minutes. The reason why I'm just keeping this trend line in 15 minutes is because we will be executing the trades based on the 30-minute time frame. Because now if we look at the 30-minute time frame, we have just 2 minutes left to close. And if we look at the 15-minute time frame, we can see that this candle is about to close bullish. So that's the same scenario it created earlier in 30 minutes, I think. Yeah, over here. So the same scenario like this is creating over here as well. And let's go to 15 minutes again. Yeah, so I'm expecting this candle to close bearish, and next candle might be going be making a higher wick and break the low and to continue moving down in this area. So this can be also the case. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna go to the 30 minutes. So I'm gonna just wait for the 30-minute candle to close. So if we get the next candle higher wick to be formed first and break the low of the previous candle, then we will be taking a sell trade, because this move has to be corrected. That I know, but how it will be correcting itself, that's a real question. So that's where the trend lines comes in, and it will be really helping us a lot. So now I'm gonna talk about and show you something about gold. So yesterday, let me just show you. Okay, so yesterday I had this trend line by drawing from this point to this point. So this point was a future point over here, which the market hasn't made. So what happened over here is, when the market approached this area, there is a candle closed bearish, okay, and the next candle broke the high. But due to the trend lines, what I saw is there is a trend line which is at that point, and the market is below that area. So I avoided taking this trade because I was thinking that to take a buy trade, I should wait for a candle to close above trend line. Okay, then we had this candle over here which is closed above, and the next candle broke the high. It went up a little bit, then it rejected all the high prices and came back down inside, right? And what the next candle did is, so at that point of time I know that this is a fake out, and the next candle closed like a weak bullish candle, and finally the market just came all the way down to the lower trend line. And look over here, this was also a future point which was not there, so the market just tapped on that area of trend line, and after that it just consolidated. After that I didn't saw what the market was doing, and after that we had another channel over here which was coming from, let me just show you, which was coming from this area over here. So now I'm gonna just stretch this a little bit. Okay, so now what happened was market came down, took resistance from the upper trend line. Okay, trend lines are not really perfect that it will give you point to point information, but the information it was giving over here was perfectly fine, because it created, the market structure was cells, created a resistance over here, then it finally came down straight to the lower trend line, rejected the lower trend line, went up, then it went down again. So this was something which was, the information given by the market. So now as we can see over here that the market is moving up, and the trend line is now basically, the market has entered the trend line again, right? So we can wait for buys over here, and we can wait for the market to tap to the upper trend line over here so that it can move down again. So what I'm gonna do is, right now by looking at the trend lines, we can say that the market structure is bullish, and yeah, so I'm gonna wait for a support to be formed in order to take a buy trade. So now I'm gonna wait for a support to be formed in gold. So let's just look at the GBP JPY. I'm gonna open my terminals, because once this candle is breaking the low, I'm gonna take a sell trade. Short position. I will be executing this trade at this point. Keep my stops above the current candle's high, and target area to the lower trend line, which is somewhere over here. See, it's breaking the low of the previous 15-minute candle, but I'm not taking sells in on the basis of the 15-minute information. I'm gonna take sells on the basis of 30-minute information. Because just 2 minutes passed away and this candle was about to break the low, so that's why. So let's have a look at the 15 minutes in gold. Maybe we will be having some nice information. So the thing is, market was moving down, then it closed above the trend line. Now what I'm expecting is, I'm expecting a support to be formed, and then bullish move to continue to go to the higher trend line. So let's see if we have that thing or not. So we have a support resistance to the left. So let's see how the support will be forming and how we are going to execute the buy trades. Because if the market enters the lower trend line again, I'm going to just stretch it a little bit. So if the market will be entering this area again, at that point of time I'm going to look for sells, because then the market will be coming down to the lower trend line over here. So let's see how this will be going and what the market's gonna do. The thing is, this is a strong level of support zone, and now it's a resistance area. So let's see if the market rejects these prices and continue to move down, or whether the market's gonna just move up. Now let's play some music over here. So I'm not gonna take a buy trade once this candle breaks the high of the previous one. The reason is there is no support which is formed. Okay, basically a higher low, you can say, or a higher high. Okay, so there's no point of taking buy trades at that point of time, because the thing is, once the market breaks above this high, the maximum it can go up is like this point over here. If it really has to go down, then okay, so it's coming down. I'm gonna be ready. It's about to break, so I'm gonna take a full lot over here because the stop loss is not that big. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the 30 minutes. So now the market is pushing the price down. Let's see if we can have this trade over here or not. So let's see, if GBP goes up, then where it will be heading towards to. So I think once it goes up, then this will be the point. But let's just talk about that later. Right now the market structure is bearish basically, so let's see what happens. So as we can see over here, the 15-minute candle created a higher wick, broke the low of the previous candle, but obviously we cannot take a sell trade at this point because the market can possibly reject this support area coming from the left and can create some consolidations over here. So to avoid that, I'm gonna keep my sell idea in the 30-minute time frame where this candle will be breaking the low to continue push down. So that's what my idea is all about. So have a look at 1 hour. So that means I'm talking that this 1 hour candle will be breaking its own low to continue pushing all the way down. let's have a look at the 4 hour as well, because 4 hour, okay, 4 hour is also about to close in 20 minutes. So yeah, that means this 4 hour candle can push all the way down and cover this previous candle. Okay everybody, it's pushing the price down. I'm gonna be ready with my terminal. So 19 minutes left.
आपको मेरे को 300 कराना था जो भी करवाना था पूछेगा हाँ हाँ एक्सरे कराएगा एक्सरे कराए थे आपने वाला देख के मुझे बता दिया था कि इन्फेक्शन है तो आपका तो बस निकलवाना है बोलने के बाद निकलवाना था
Okay guys, so let's get ready over here to take a sell trade. So once this candle breaks below 167 price, then we're gonna take a sell trade. Also we have like 15-minute candles about to close over here. So let's see how this 15-minute candle will be closing. Okay, let's have a look at the news as well. So CAD news just came in, and we have USD news. Medium news are there. Not much is happening in the market today. So I think there should not be any problem in taking trades. But look over here, the market is just not having much volume. Gold is also trying to push the price up. So now guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this area and move up over here. So we will be having this area over here. So in 40 seconds, 15-minute candle will be closing, and this candle is closing. If this candle closes like this, then this is a weak bearish candle or no volume candle, you can say. If it closes strongly, then we can say that yes, the market is now pushing the price to the downside, because now the volume is building up in the market, right? So let's see how does the next candle basically creates, because right now if you can see over here, it is below the resistance or the support coming from the left. It is below those areas, but it should remain below that area to in order to continue moving down. Yeah, 30 minute looks really nice. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Okay, 15-minute candle has closed at this point. So 15-minute candle closed over here, and let's see. Okay guys, I think this will be, it can possibly reject the lower areas, right, like the previous candle did. So I'm gonna just keep my trade idea open in 30 minutes. Okay, it was about to break the low. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Just wait, everybody. Wait. Just wait over here. Oh man. I'm not in any trade, guys. I'm just waiting for the price to activate the idea. It hasn't activated it yet. So let's see if it comes down again or if it just reject the lower prices. Because many traders, they entered exactly over here where the market was coming down and broke the low of the previous candle. But the thing is, if you have waited for this area over here, then if you lose one pips maybe to wait below that area, 1 pips below that area, then in those differences of 1 pip, you waited longer than the average trader, right? So what happens at that point is all the traders, they already get trapped in this trap over here, right? So this does not happen all the time, but yes, most of the times these things happen, that it really traps the traders by showing them it's about to move down, like the current scenario over here if we talk about. And in the last second, when it just traps a lot of traders, it rejects the lower price and reverses back. So, and what happens after that is it just rejects the lower prices, and it now takes all the traders out of the market, and after that it does its thing. So let's see, it's trying to push the price down again. "11 minutes remaining for the current 30-minute candle to close." Okay, not yet, guys. Let's wait. It's trying but unable to push the price down. Let's have a look at the 15. Yeah, 15-minute candle can possibly reject the way it rejected earlier. So maybe that's why it's trying to trap the traders over here so that it can reverse back, break its own high, and push the price up. Yeah, that can be one of the two cases. So the gold is making a support. Let's see. Okay, 15-minute is pushing the price down again. Let's see if this time it goes down or not. I'm on sells here. Will manage risk if it goes opposite. Hey Saransh, how are you, buddy? Yeah, perfect, buddy. You just have to manage the risk. So do one thing. Once this candle break its own high, close like 60 to 70% of your trade, because the chances of going up will increase. Because if I would be in your place, then will do the same thing over here, because once this candle break its own high, the probability of moving up will definitely increase, because at that point of time this angle will be this candle will be acting like the previous candle over here. Yeah, okay, perfect. Because now I always keep my trading idea 1 or 2 pip below the candle's low. That's really helped me to avoid the fake signals. So like if we look at over here, then it's a little bit below this wick. Hourly candle also got flipped, but now it's making a little up move. Yes, that's right. Maybe this hourly candle is supposed to close like this, so that the next hourly candle can wick up and break the low of this candle and continue to push down. So now let's see if this 15-minute candle closes bearish, or what it will be doing. 7 minutes will be really deciding how the next candle will be going. So gold over here, if we talk about gold, then gold is moving fine at this point. So if we have this candle closing like this, and the next candle wicks down and break the highs over here, at that point of time I'm gonna execute a buy trade in gold, because of if we look on the left, then we have this clean range, like 51 pips of range is there, and we know that the markets will be moving up in to tap the higher trend line. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, exactly, the trend is basically sells only, because this move has to be corrected over here, but how that's gonna be happening, that's a real question. And we can just play the probability game. Everything else is in the market is not in our control, so we just have to manage the risk, and yeah, that's the only thing we can do. Okay guys, so as I repeat every day, but very few people listen, so I'm gonna repeat it today as well. There is a Discord channel we have, and on that channel we post our analysis and charts. So I also post the analysis and charts, and there are other people as well, and you can also post your analysis and charts over there, so that I can show to everybody your trades, and we can really talk about that so that we can increase our knowledge. Okay, so if anybody is interested, you can just post your analysis over here on Discord. So we are going to comment on that, and I'm going to show that on the live streams as well. Also, this is the Discord link I'm pasting on the chat over here. So I'm going to just pin this up over here on the chat. So this is the Discord channel link, so you can join the channel and you can post your analysis as well. So as we see over here, gold has already made a big move, right? So now it's time to wait for a support to be formed in order to go up again. So just wait for a support to be formed and then execute buys. Also, this can be a retracement as well, but I really think that it's going to move up. So because it has moved above this resistance over here, moved at this resistance over here, so the trend is shifting maybe. So 15-minute candle is about to close in 4 minutes. Hi Nishchal, how are you? Long time, buddy. So if we look at the 1 hour time frame, let's have a look. Yeah, 1 hour really looks like it's gonna close like this candle over here, and the next candle can go all the way down. Now a 15-minute candle can create some mess if it break above the previous candle's high. Oh, perfect. Yeah, see, once it break its own high, it's moving all the way up. Now two things can happen. Number one is that it will reject these prices over here and close again a week bearish. Or second thing which can happen is that it will move and break above the high and close somewhere over here. So if this candle close somewhere over here, the chances of moving up till the upper trend line will really increase, and if it closes back inside the range, we are good to go down in the 1 hour time frame at that point of time. So let's just wait for how this 15-minute will be closing. So 2 minutes left for this candle to close. Oh, it just broke the high of the previous candle. Still got 1 minute left. Okay, so I think, yeah, the 4 hour has also closed. Oh, what the hell? How this 4 hour candle just closed over here? So the 4 hour has closed, and let's have a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour closed like this. Okay, nothing is happening in the 1 hour. 30 minute, nothing. Yeah, 15 minutes looks good. So in gold, I'm gonna wait for support to be formed in 15 minutes. And yeah, look over here, the GBP JPY candle just closed above, and now the current 15-minute candle is coming all the way down. That means the 4 hour candle is also coming down with no wick on the top, and that's something I really don't like. So if this candle breaks the low in the first like 1 minute of the 4 hour, then I'm not gonna take any trade. And it looks like that it's gonna do that. Oh man, come on man, don't put us in tough situations. Just create a higher wick and then come back down. That will be nice. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I want this 1 hour candle to break the low maybe after 10 to 15 minutes. That will be fine for me to take a trade. Or I need a higher wick to be formed, and then it should break the low. If in these two scenarios if I have these one of the two scenarios I just said, then I'm gonna enter a sell trade over here. Otherwise, I'm gonna just skip this trade if this candle just comes down and break the low in the first 2 minutes, because that's a really low probability trade, because anytime the market can reverse back and to create a higher wick basically. So I'm gonna just wait and watch. Right now, let's see what happens. So it's good, it's moving up. Come on man, just create a higher wick and then come back down. Oh, gold is just not stopping over here. So if the market is going up over here, that means it should be tapping these areas. To tap this area, then number one is that it will be tapping this area over here, so there should be consolidation. And if it's tapping this area, then there should be big candles coming up, not small. So the volume will be taking the price all the way up in like 1 or 2 candles. If it has to go down again, then it will be respecting the higher trend line. So let's see if we have a direct move to the upside or if we have some consolidation happening. Okay, 1 hour candle is still struggling to push the price up to create a higher wick. You know what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just put this a little bit low. So this is 167.006, 107.1996. Yeah. So I have kept the activation price 1 pip below this wick over here to be more safe. So if I draw another trend line, then that would be from here yeah to here over here, and yeah. Okay, in gold, sorry, in JPY, this 15-minute candle is about to break its own high. So 6 minutes left. So let's see what happens over here, because we're gonna look for sells. So if this candle breaks the high, chances of going up are there, but obviously the range is not much. So in 20 minutes there will be NYSE open. So the market was moving inside these zones. It broke above, it came back down inside. So it might go up again, and then it will reject the higher prices to continue moving down. Okay, so that means at the end product we are talking that the gold GBP JPY will be moving down. So let's have a look over here. That means we are saying that the market daily will be moving down. That means we're also saying that the weekly will push the price down, and it doesn't look like that's gonna be happening. So okay, so finally the higher wick has created over here in 30 minutes, and let's have a look at the 15 minutes as well. 15 minutes. Okay, everybody, so this candle has created a higher wick. So it might just, I'm just gonna wait for a sell trade, not buy. So once I'm gonna take a trade, you can see my trade running in the account over here. So now the 15-minute candle has been closed, and 3 minutes has passed away in that candle which has just closed. So this 15-minute candle closed like this. If we talk about, let's just zoom in a little bit. So if we talk about buy trade, then obviously the market structure was bearish, and we had a support formed over here, we had another support formed over here, then this candle just closed at the support level, and this candle, if it also breaks the price, then there's a problem over here, this wick. So I think